it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts, and today I'm going to show you my glue book. So this got a mention in my Save the Bin video from February, which I think was just last week, and I said, does anybody want a wee sneak peek inside? And a few people said yes, so I thought I would show you. It's not anywhere near halfway full, but it's already quite chunky, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill it all the way up, but it did come with this elastic, which is very sort of saggy baggy now, so maybe I will be able to fill it all up. I think I got this book from IKEA many years ago, and it is one of many books, notebooks, stationery items that I have purchased and then hoard, and then sometimes I find the perfect use for them. So I just stamped on with my trusty alphabet stamps on the front, and then I think this sticker might have come from Andrea, the company and crafter. That wee face, the colouring is like one of my cats. They're very similar, but this is more like Ozzy. That little face when he looks at me like, are you going to feed me now? So, and I just love how dapper he is with his wee hat and his waistcoat and his jacket. And I think this one was maybe from an anniversary card from a friend. So I've got this. This was on a greetings card that somebody gave me years ago, and it acted as a bookmark for a very long time, but it's getting a bit creased and crushed, so it's gone into the book. But it kind of makes me think of Darcy, because he used to love getting in a bag. And this little sticker that I think maybe Lorna Callahan gave me, along with some other related stickers. It's very like Darcy, so that's that. I've kind of gone with a colour sort of theme. So this is a blue page. This is just the blue paper that was somehow is in this front cover, so that's why it's blue first of all. And I've just stuck lots of different bits and pieces. This is like packaging, this one here. I think this was on some Happy Meal. This I think was on an airline and might have come with cutlery or something in it. I think somebody sent me this. It's like a topper you could use. Some of these papers are leftovers from crafty projects I've done. This was an exhibition I went to, not recently, I think maybe a couple of years ago. It came to Edinburgh. It was one of those ones where you walk in and the paintings are projected around the walls around you. A wee Lavinia chocolate sticker, other stickers. The Miffy and the clock, they came from a calendar. I think Lorna might have gifted me that wee owlie there and that little bluebird. And these giraffes, there was you'll see a few of them throughout the notebook. There was a exhibition in Edinburgh, again, more than a couple of years ago, I think, where there was different coloured giraffes dotted around the city, and there was a leaflet with a map in it. And I'd been holding on to it because I thought it was quite cute with these giraffes, but now it's in the bin and I've just kept the best bit. Little Japanese geisha girl there. That was just I think maybe it was like in magazine papers or something. This is my toilet paper that we get. Who gives a crap? And we also get tissues from there. It's meant to be environmentally friendly. There's no plastic and stuff. And I don't know why it says you have bold dance moves, but I don't think I do. I think my dancing's very unbold. This is probably the oldest pages in the book, and this is from a restaurant, and this was all of the menu, and it was paper and you could take it away, and there was this story about the koi, and these were the desserts, and I thought the fish were so beautiful that I wanted to keep them somewhere. And I think these plates were on some sort of scrapbooking paper, and I've got an old recipe book that I use, and it had a Chinese vegetable recipe, so it just kind of went in with a sort of Asian-y theme. And this somebody sent me, I want to say it was maybe Asia, but I don't know. I'm terrible for forgetting exactly who has sent me different bits and bobs. So that's a very old page. And actually, I'm going back to this restaurant on Friday because it is my birthday. Then I've got a green page. Again, it's just random bits of paper that were lying around the craft room. This washi tape was on Happy Mail from, I think, Ashley Paper and Twine, and this beautiful hydrangea was in Happy Mail from Andrea. I can't remember who sent me this beautiful picture. Maybe, can't remember. Anyway, it's ended up in the book. Bits of paper bags. This was paper bag from On Holiday Greece, stickers, bits of the calendar. I think that was on a Happy Mail envelope. That was on an envelope. Yeah. This was from Ashley, Paper and Twine. This page has got just some tissue paper on it that came with my face stuff. And then I've just been sticking in little envelopes that have either come with an order of something or with Happy Mail. This is like a little, I want to say vellum, but that's not the right word. Glassing little envelope. So I don't think I've put anything in any of these yet, but I can. And then I've got a red page. So this is a Waterstones bookshop. This was like a little pack that you got chopsticks in somewhere, or maybe with a takeaway. And it's like a pocket, so I just stuck this little thing which I'd had in my handbag for months. I think it was a cocktail place I went to in Athens last year, and I just liked it, so it sits in there. This was a bit of cut off a card. This was just stuff I was kind of playing with, these heart stamps. I can't remember what it turned into. I think maybe one of my Christmas Advent, I did that Advent calendar where I wrapped up things I already had in my stash but hadn't used. And this is a wee card from Betsy Doodle, and I just loved it. And I'm going to put something else inside it, but I like that sort of interactive bit. And there's the wee Highland cow from the Save Me From the Bin. These stamp stickers were from that Sistren Grun, or whatever, however you pronounce it. Paper bag, wee Denmark sticker from when I was there. I think my hubby brought me back these little stickers from Japan, and this washi tape from Japan. And I think this was part of a Valentine swap. This maybe from MJ, maybe. And I love Pepsi, so yeah, you get the picture. Just lots of bits and pieces. Another one of those giraffes. This came in with something. Forget yesterday's worries, another day. Adopt a new attitude. Face it. Don't know where that came from, but it was in an order or something. I've got a little pink Pepsi thing. Somebody sent me these little embellishment things, and this is a sweetie wrapper from a South African sweetie. These butterflies, I think Andrea sent me a selection of them in Happy Mail, and I thought, what a lovely way to display some of them. So yeah, this was an envelope back, and I cut out something that was on there, and it made like a little frame, I thought. Then I've got my yellow page. It's very yellow. Another butterfly. This was it a train or a tram ticket from in Manchester there? Everything's yellow there, their transport. I love a minion. Banana. That was some patterned paper I had. This is another Safa Sweetie. This came with an order, and I thought it was very nice. And then I've got a little bee that's a die cut. I've got a few of these tags in here. I haven't written on who it's from, but I think it might be Kim. but I could be wrong. Sorry if it's from somebody else. Sabine sent me a card that had this gorgeous inky critter on it, and then I think this little J with the bear, that was on an envelope from Sabine as well, and of course Miffy from the calendar. I should have made that pocket further down, but I'd already done quite a lot of sticking and I didn't want to cover anything else up, and I quite like that tag is sticking up a little bit. Then I've got my orange page. This is a restaurant that I love, and I think they gave us this with the bill, and it had like a recipe on the back, but it was for pork and I don't eat meat, so I just stuck it in the book. This is off a packet of biscuits, Van Gogh. I think maybe my husband brought them back from a business trip when he was in Amsterdam. More giraffes. This is our ScotRail tickets with the orange, and this is a bit off a prescription, this weavy bit here. And this is Just Stop Oil. They sent, I think I was in town one day and they were protesting and they were handing out leaflets, and I loved the pattern on that. This Fingal, this was from this last weekend. We were we had an afternoon tea, my husband and I, on Sunday on this Fingal, which is a ship. Well, it's a hotel on a ship down at Leith in Edinburgh, and it was so lovely. Friends had gifted it to me for my 50th birthday, and I'm nearly 51, so I used it just in time. And these, I think these... Okay, I don't know if I got cut off there. Anyway, I've nearly finished. I think these were maybe Andrea or Woolly Steph, but they were on an envelope and they were far too beautiful to be put in the bin, so here they are. And this is a little, it's meant to be a bookmark from the cat protection, but if I had that sticking out of the book, the cat would eat it. So it's a wee tuck spot, and I've got this fishy business card. It's from a very nice fish restaurant in Oban, but I thought the colours matched in nicely with this page. Another one of those gorgeous embellishments that somebody had made me. Then I've got this purpley lilac-y page. Obviously lots of space to put stuff in, but another one of those butterflies, paper bag, washi. This frame, I think that was leftover from a project at Christmas time. A leaflet, I like the colours. This was part of a leaflet, and it's the Polish map of Scotland. It was built by Polish soldiers, I think. It's at a hotel somewhere around the borders. I have been. You can walk right round it, and it's got water, shallow water in it, and it's really cool. Then I've got the blue page. I've got another one of these cute tags, and this is made from a bit of a card that Kaz sent me with my ETC swap, I think, and it was far too beautiful to just not use it in something. I think this was maybe from Angie Beaumont. This is from Maggie in New Zealand. Andrea. These little Dutch bits are from a paper bag, and there's space still for me to put things. This is a nice record shop. And I've got some green pages. This, I was hoarding about 3 paper bags with this cat on it. I'd been at a book sale and bought a couple of things, and I thought, why am I... This is partly the inspiration for this glue book, because I thought, you just need a place to put one of those, because I love books and I love cats. So that kind of sparked this whole thing. I think Angie Beaumont sent me a card, and this was the topper on it. And it's so beautiful. It's got such a sheen to it, and that little sort of beaded bit on the body of the dragonfly. So I had to keep that too. And then there's space. But this is a new thing that I'm doing in March. I saw it on Instagram, and I don't know who started it. But the idea is that you punch something, you or cut a scrap for each day, and the hashtag is a scrap a day. And if you've watched my February wrap up, you'll know that I've been having a bit of an issue with, if I say I'm going to do something every single day and then I miss a day, I throw the whole thing out, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Is that the sentence? So I'm just writing the date as I do it, and I'm filming this on the 2nd of March, so that's all I've got. But this one is from the afternoon tea. This was on the gift voucher, and it's like a trident, but I don't know if you can see, it's got the ship and the waves underneath it. I thought it was really cool. And that's just off my breakfast cereal this morning. So yeah, that's as much as I've got done really, but I'm sure I will keep going with it because it's very satisfying. And part of, I'm slowly working through my craft room and donating some stuff to charity shops and binning some stuff that's just rubbish. But if I'm going through something and I come across a wee treasure that I've been hoarding, then it's a great excuse to pull out the glue book and stick it in. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed this video. Do you have a glue book, or where do you keep your treasures that are too good to go in the bin? I'd love to hear how you manage that. Or maybe you are just an adult who can throw things in the bin. Either way, I'd love to hear. So thank you so much, and I will be back with a crafty project very soon. Take care now.